coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at
the good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Griffin's pass.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now Griffin on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Griffin. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is RG3. Now he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this for the...
And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Lions, nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Intended pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry.
Pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this is good. He was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
1 yard gain.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, Griffin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? He's like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Lions 3.
Second and 5. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
36-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 13. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. The 30, 20, 10, 5. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell, 62 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordell Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Patterson on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And they give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
On the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now Griffin. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
3 plays and out.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
at their own 8-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
The ball carrier.
What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Play action. Now Griffin. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Incomplete. It's third down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
A gain of 7, and the Steeler 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Griffin. Flush to his right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13.
Seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anyone.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got some space here. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Griffin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now it's Griffin. This is caught at the end. And stopped a few yards shy of That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Here's Griffin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Again, it's Johnson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Looking deep downfield, and this is taken in at the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Lions 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now what do you do?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt,
third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
Brings up second and...
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's a guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Good.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Been pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Matt Prater lining
This game still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A 6-yard pickup.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Score, Steelers 49. Lions.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.